What is up? Hi, everybody. It's me. It's JD. It's I. Blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. You know how it goes. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're living your best life. I missed you. We're back for another the talks with rocks. Talks with rocks. Fuck yeah. And today, I'm not as excited as you guys might think about today's topic, but we'll get right into that. Don't forget, we have our live audience that will come up here from time to time as people come in and out, whatever the case may be. People will message in here talking about whatever, and they're just here, you know. But we also have our goals up here in the corner, and we have hit one of our most tremendous goals. Well, I say our goals, but one of my goals, and I appreciate you guys. A big shout out to my Twitch fam bam for raising the money for my Boston trip. I have reached my goals for that. Anything else that you guys give me is fucking spoiling. I've been able to pay for everything. I have money set aside for my hotel when Juno messages me about it. And I have all of this other stuff, so I'm very fucking happy.
Juno rocks cheer.
Juno
X100.
coming in hot. Yeah, you guys, I got a new alert. I got new alerts. As you guys do the alerts, you'll see the new photos and the new pictures and everything that I will be putting on from as time goes on. So let's just get right into it. And today's topic is learning. Thank you so much, Juno, for the biddies. It is fucking learning. Learning. I said this isn't one of my favorite things is because I'm not a big fan of school. When you think of learning, most people usually, or a lot of people, think of school. Did you like school? Were you a good student growing up? I'm a fucking tryhard. I'm a fucking tryhard 1,000%. And because of that, when I fail, it hurts. You know, it fucking sucks. Like when I don't do well, it's hard for me to accept that. Because I do well at most things. You know what I mean? Or in my head I do, you know. So school, I am a tryhard. I tried at middle school, high school, everything. I got straight A's a few times. Like I busted my ass to do as my parents had told me while growing up, and that was A's, strive for A's. And you know, I was a great student and I'm still a great student. If I want to learn something, I do. But the problem is I actually find learning exhausting. It's exhausting. So now I'm at a point in my life personally where I choose to learn what I want to learn when I want to learn it. And the problem with that is when I'm not being so open-minded, I'm learning less. And so I've been going down this journey for a long time. Do I have learning mastered? No, I don't have a lot of mastered. And we are going to talk about everything it takes to master learning and why that's important. The who, the what, the where, the why, the when, all of everything you need to know. If you are in a place where you just kind of feel a little lost, it could be due to not learning the right things at the right time. And knowing when to do that and knowing how to do that, it can be very, very important. When you're learning something and it is not time for you to learn about that right now, you need to be aware of it. And you need to know why and be able to point that out as soon as it's happening, due to your growth and due to your success and everything else that we talked about, you know. You being a good well-rounded human being. So, what is learning? What are we talking about here? What's going on? I get that, JD, you're giving your opinions, blah, 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 blah. But what is it? What is it? The acquisition of knowing or knowledge or skills through experience, study, or by being taught. It is the acquisition of knowledge. You're gaining knowledge. You have skills. Do you gain this knowledge and these skills through experience or study? Books is a good one. and or being taught when you have teachers, and it could be going to school, but it also could just be, mentors in your life teaching you things. Now, these are all different sections of learning, how to learn, and they're all very important. So let's just get right into it. Getting knowledge or skills through experience. What you've gone through. What have you experienced? So, for example, an experience could be, I went to Sunsplash with my family. That's an experience. Not everybody gets to experience that. And with every experience, you learn something new. So, knowing that, what did you learn from Sunsplash? Maybe you saw a kid not listen to the fucking lifeguard, and the guy was being a fucking idiot to the lifeguard, and it taught you to not act like that, because somebody could really get hurt if you're not listening and paying attention to what's being asked of you, especially when you're going down slides, when you're going on roller coasters, etc., etc. You know what I mean? That's just an example of an experience and something you take knowledge from it. You learn, or skills, or whatever the case may be. So there's so many different experiences. I mean, obviously, you go through millions and probably even billions of experiences through in a lifetime. I don't even really know how many experiences we all go through. Some people experience experiences faster than others. Some experiences slower than others. Some don't experience enough. And that is hindering. That sucks. Because when you're not experiencing and you're not learning from those experiences, you're learning less. Yes, everybody's catching along. You're learning less. Why is learning less bad? We will get into that. Up next, we're going to be talking about study. So maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a job, whatever the case may be. I have a friend of mine, his name is Ted. He's fucking sick, he's a cool guy, and he makes generators. He makes generators, like very fucking big generators. And he was coming to me while he was in school to go and do that. He was coming to my house and talking to me about it. It's complicated stuff. It's very complicated stuff. But he was excited about it. He was excited to go build generators, and that's fucking awesome. That's sick. And that's a great way to get knowledge. He went to fucking school to find this. I don't know if it's not a trade job. It's just a very specific job that guys can do, I guess. And he took the steps needed to achieve said goals, learn from these experiences, and now he puts better things out into the world to help us. These generators are a big deal. They're attached to certain things that are like life and death for us, okay? This is a big deal. So we better be happy as fuck that he cares, that we pay him enough to care, okay? And then the last type of way to gain a lot of knowledge or to learn a lot, is being taught. When you got a mentor or a teacher, when you look up to somebody, whether it be you're listening in on this podcast right now and you're learning a lot about learning with me, you know what I mean? That's another way to gain knowledge. As long as you have the qualities and what it takes and you're ready to learn, nothing's going to stop you. And your experiences and your hobbies, and you're being taught by your mentors and people that you look up to, this makes a great person. These are great things to have. Learning is great at the end of the day. Sorry. That's hard for me to get out. You're going to figure out why I'm not the biggest fan of learning, but learning is important. I learn every single day. I do go out of my way every single day to learn. Does that make it easier? No. But I do go out of my way to learn. So, up next, we talked about what is learning. And now we're going to get into the who. Who is learning? Who is learning shit? Fucking people who are open-minded and want knowledge. It's really that simple, you guys. Fucking people who are ready to learn, and there are people who want to learn and who are choosing to be open-minded. That is such a big deal. How are you going to learn anything if you're closed-minded, an old fucking fart, or you can't get out of doing something one way, or you're not open-minded to trying something another way, or whatever the case may be? Fuck all those old fucking farts. I call people like that old people. If you are not ready and willing to learn anything, you're old. I don't give a shit what your actual age is. You're old. You're old. When you start getting stuck in your ways and you think your way is the only way, you're old. You gotta be who learns. People who are open-minded and want knowledge. It is a big deal. This knowledge and being open-minded not only makes you a great human being, but it makes it easier to learn who you are, to obtain your happiness, and to gain friends, etc., etc. These amazing feelings that humans get to experience, it helps towards that. So, always try to be open-minded, willing. You know what I mean? You guys get where I'm going. Where do people learn? You guys, I don't know if I've ever had such a simple podcast before, but it's a very straightforward podcast. Where do you learn? Anywhere. You can learn anywhere. I can learn something right now. I just learned that my beauty blender is on my fucking desk, and my beauty blender is not supposed to be on my desk. And I just learned that I need to organize my makeup badly because it's everywhere right now. I have a highlighter over there. Yeah. So if I choose to, I just learned that I need to organize my makeup, and I will. I just learned it. I know. And learning that, and I'm going to take that information and I'm going to do it later today, not only to make me a better human being, but I'm taking what I've learned and I'm doing something about it. I'm putting action into it. It's one thing to go through the experiences, your hobbies, and being taught by your mentors and all of these different things. It's one thing being taught valuable things from these different things. But it's another thing to put action to what they're saying. If you're being taught something, do it. Like, show that you have been taught. Show that you understand. Whether you're showing that to your mentor, to your boss at work, or whether you're showing that to yourself. Fucking step up. Show yourself that you're actually learning things. Otherwise, if you don't put the action in to back it up, I'm sorry, but you're not learning shit. You're not learning shit because you should be learning to fucking back it up. Otherwise, bullshit, 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 bullshit. No one gives a fuck. That's really what it is. It's really what it is at the end of the day. So, you can go anywhere. Schools, people, any noun. So, any person, place, thing, or idea. Anything like that. That is where you can learn things. You can learn anything from anyone, anywhere, anytime. Anything is possible. It's just a matter of you being open-minded and wanting knowledge to learn from your experiences, your jobs, your hobbies, and also being taught by other people. You have to be willing. So, I get it, JD. I get everything you're saying. I get it. Learning is important. Learning is important. I get it. Okay, I'm ready. I want knowledge. I'm hungry for knowledge. How do I know when I'm ready? Do I know that I'm ready? How do I know that I'm ready again? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll tell you. For young children, doing well in school means being ready to learn. Being ready to learn is much more than knowing the alphabet and counting to 10. Readiness requires that children develop their psyche abilities, language skills, self-control, social skills, and desire to learn. They have to want to learn. So, that is how you know when you're ready. That's how you know when you're ready. When you're doing well in school, if you've ever done well at anything in your life ever, not just school. If you've done anything great, if you succeeded, we just got done talking about success last episode. Definitely watch that back if you haven't. If you've ever succeeded, you are ready to learn. You have the capabilities. You have the wants. It's in there. You need to learn how to find that for yourself. You got to want to learn. You got to find a reason that's worth it. That's fucking worth it enough to want, want it that bad. And if you don't want to learn it that bad, like for me, video editing. I want to learn video editing. But I don't want to learn video editing that bad to where I'm going to stop everything I'm doing right now and learn how to do it after this stream. That's just the reality of it. That just means I don't want to learn about video editing as much as I thought I did. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I will learn video editing at some point. I will. But maybe that day is not today. And that goes for anybody. Maybe that day isn't today. And that's okay. So when do you know when you're ready? Whenever you do succeed at something. Whenever you do well at anything, that's when you know you're ready. So then it's just a matter of when you put the action behind it. And so it helps with the language skills, self-control, social skills, and the desire to learn. Having that want to learn helps you with your social skills. You'll be able to read the room a lot better. I know a lot of people struggle with that topic. Reading a room is very difficult for some people. Social skills, knowing when to talk, knowing when not to talk, knowing what to say, when to say, knowing when you're adding something to a conversation and knowing when you're not. Also your self-control, your ability to control maybe whether it be talking too much. How I do that sometimes. I'm working on my self-control to know that when I'm adding something to a conversation and when I'm not adding something to a conversation. These skills are so important. So important. And these skills are actually extremely important to learning forward, to learning how you want to learn forward and learning who you are as a person and knowing what works for you and what doesn't. It's very hard. All of these different things that I've just talked about are very hard. But once you learn through whatever vessel, whatever person, place, or thing, whatever noun you are learning from, people have to be open-minded. They have to want knowledge, and they also have to go through experiences. They have to go through everyday life, and they also have to understand that they're still always learning. You never stop learning. You don't know everything, and that's a big deal. Never become a know-it-all. You don't know it all. You don't. Things are changing every single day. Businesses are being made every single day. You don't know everything there is to know about everything. So please get your ass out of your fucking head and fucking get your ass popping and learning something new today. I said it backwards. I'm aware. We're having fun, you guys. I know, it's a lot. Learning is a lot. The biggest thing about learning? It takes patience. It takes a lot of patience. You're not going to get it the first time. You're not. You're not going to be perfect. As much as you strive for perfection, you're just not perfect. And that's okay. That's actually great. You don't want to be perfect. Nobody wants to be perfect. And being non-perfect leaves so much room for creativity to who do you want to be? You know what I mean? That's what it leaves room for. Patience leaves room for more knowledge. And the craziest part about it, when you're not doing anything, you're learning the most. When you're not talking and you choose to listen, you're learning. And it's amazing. It's an amazing skill to be able to have that I learn to get better at every single day. So, I know. JD, blah, 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 blah. Learning this, learning that. Learning is fun. I'm supposed to do that. No, I get it. The experiences, studying, being influenced by other people, adults. It's a lot. There's a lot of information out there that can be misinterpreted. But as long as you choose to learn from all of your experiences, your jobs, your people in your life, as long as you choose to be open-minded and understanding and choose to want knowledge of any kind, yeah, I promise you, you will not only be successful, what we talked about last episode, you'll be happy, you'll have friends, you'll fucking have money. Like, bro, once you get this down, you're gonna understand what the fuck life is all about. And why is this important at the end? Why is this all important, JD? I hear you yapping. I hear you fucking yippity yapping. Why the fuck are we talking about this? Learning helps people to feel happier and are more fulfilled in their lives and careers, and to maintain stronger cognitive functioning when they get older. That is fucking great. It helps people. That's the first thing it says. Learning helps people. The knowledge I have from my experiences, from my jobs that I've had, from my mentors that I've had when I went to college, this, that, and the other, everything that I have chosen to learn in and have knowledge helps people. That's literally such a big deal. Why is this important? Because that's fucking important. Helping other people is important. And if you can do that in any way, shape, or form, that's a big fucking deal. And if you don't think it's a big deal, then you have other things you need to work on, and that's not my problem. But going on, it also says learning makes you feel happier. You feel way more fulfilled because you actually know something. You know what I mean? You have more than one brain cell, so it's like, holy shit, like, it's like a fucking orgasm for your brain. Let's go. That's only if you're learning the right stuff. Like I said, you need to know learning the right stuff when you need to learn the right stuff. If you have to go out of your way to learn about something and it obviously makes you uncomfortable, don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Learning also helps with your careers, and I'm assuming your accomplishments, your success, all of these other things that we talked about in the past. It helps with all of these things. Learning, just choosing to learn, no matter how big, no matter how small, learning is a big help for a lot of your careers and stuff like that. So it's a big deal. To maintain stronger cognitive functioning when they get older. So as you get older, the less you learn, the less cognitive functioning. You're being able to speak. You're being able to, know when to add something to a conversation and know when to not. Know when to back the fuck up and know when to come in. You know what I mean? Knowing these things is so fucking important. Is it the end of the world if you can't read a room? And if you can't learn social skills, self-control, language skills, if you are not able to learn these things about yourself, how do you think that affects the rest of the world? That's why it says it. You can maintain that. You can choose to maintain all of those skills as long as you just keep choosing to learn and practice. Learn and practice. Maybe you didn't read a situation correctly. That's okay. Learn from it and practice. Be like, okay, I understand with this person, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's called learning. You fucking learn as much and grab as much knowledge as you can. And this all helps your cognitive functioning, your intelligence. I mean, all of the above. It helps. And why does this matter? Because you can help people feel happier and even have a better career and a life in general. That's why. And that is an amazing feeling. As much as it's hard and it's difficult to want to learn every day, it gets exhausting, because the more you learn about the life, and the more you learn about the world, you realize it's not all that in a bag of potato chips all the time. But you realize that that's why it's amazing. It's pretty cool. It's still exhausting, and I don't have a lot of patience. But you all already know that about me. That's just me. I don't have a lot of patience, so I have a hard time learning all the time. It's difficult. Duh. So, in conclusion, I know this is probably one of my shorter podcasts, but in conclusion, learning, the acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, studying, or being taught. Also, you have to be open-minded and you have to want to learn. You can learn anywhere, anytime, by anyone or anything, any idea. You also know when you're ready to learn. If you've ever accomplished something, you are ready to learn. You are ready. And you just need to take that step into whatever direction you want to go in. Why? Because it helps people to feel happier and more fulfilled in their lives. That is why we have to learn as a society. We have to keep learning and always evolve into whatever the fuck we need to, at whatever time. And I love you guys. And as much as I love learning, thank you guys for talking to me, being with me for my podcast, and I appreciate it. I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is about the power within. And I'll leave it at that. I love you guys, and I hope you have a fucking amazing day. I really, 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 really do.